And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Washington Redskins and the New York Giants. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready. 45 to mark. Here we go. Man left, man left. Even. 4 down. Even. Bang, bang, bang.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dalvin Tomlinson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Going for the deep ball. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Here we go.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
60 Pittsburgh. Number 53, Mike 53. General West.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, check 24, watch 24. Check 43. Hey, foxtrot. Shoot.
Throwing Jones. And he'll complete this one to Barrios. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They will run with Singletary. Give him 8, maybe 9, but they're still left with a 3rd and long upcoming.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively.
Mike 56, Mike 56. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Jack. 56, Mike 56, right there, right there. Bravo. Here we go, here we go.
Jones operating from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Gain of 16 yards. And the Redskins first down.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Check 26. Check 26.
A first carry now for Thompson. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a give. Right side, it's Geis. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back. 52,
3rd and 2. Now Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a first down. On first down, this is Geis. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. From 17 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. On first down, they stick with Singletary. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a second and 13. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a second and 13 forthcoming.
You ready? 56. Mike's 56. Pick me up. Here we go. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check 24. Check 24. Topper! Topper!
Off play action. Jones. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Matt Ioannidis. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
All day. 35's the mic. They gonna need some therapy after this. Mike. Go. Hey. High 7. 35's the mic. And that can reach traps. Let's go.
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long.
Watch the screen. Hey, orbit. 35's the mic. Hey. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's going to go down again. Montez Sweat in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. And the Giants send out their punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Geis with the carry on second down. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Let's go, defense.
Play action. Haskins. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Got a man, it's Berrios, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
Gator. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Blue draw Corpus.
Jones now throwing on 1st down. His throw caught at about the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play. Here's Jones operating from the gun. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Braxton Berrios there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Touchdown, Giants.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Rosas good with the extra point. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 to score as they begin 1st and 10. The run on 1st down gets them a couple up to the 27. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. 45 to Mike, 45.
2nd down, Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mike, 45. I'm coming after you.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins going up top. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year, That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. 13 spill.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Jones, off play action. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Jonathan Allen, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Finds his tight end, Ingram. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On first and 10, it's Haskins. And he finds the tight end, Reed. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort.
First down, Redskins.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now Haskins on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
52, Mike 52. Let's go. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is it. Hey, alert, through.
Now it's Haskins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, Charlie.
35's the mic.
Get it.
From the gun, Jones. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Hey, Sam off. Hey, Echo.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Giants. Braxton Berrios, 84 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Go. Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, here we go.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
86 is on the go. 86 is on the go. That's you. That's you. Check. Front set. Kneel. Shit.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins under pressure again, and down he goes again. O'Shane Ximines. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
At the 24-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Jones. This one left side caught by Barrios. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there, almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Single slot. Keep 15. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Hey, wahoo!
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He completes it to Tate. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Hey, world!
Jones now off the play fake. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Come on, baby.
Hey, seam 6.
Here's Jones throwing again. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Go!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Giants' 43-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, watch his flat. Watch twist. Shit.
From the gun, it's Haskins. He sets to fire deep. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Just work with me a second here because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you but now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put and the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Anderson in there to record another sack. And that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Mike 28. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Hey, exit.
Mike 28. Mike 28. Push him back. Push him back.
Back to throw. Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
On first down, Thompson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island. Watch in, watch in.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Switch.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dalvin Tomlinson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. 56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
Looking to throw. Jones. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Singletary here running out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
On the ready.
56. Mike's 56. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
That's where you belong.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. We got 4. We got 4.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 23. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Jones on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Jones heading up here 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Jones operating from the gun. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
At the 11-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
You got nothing. Check 13. Check 13.
2nd and 9 now. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Jones. And he'll find Hall. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Jones will sneak it. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Wayne Gallman taking it in. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Lorenzo Carter in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, He hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Haskins to throw. It's hauled in by Doxson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Back to throw. And this is going to be caught. On the final play, a touchdown. How about that? And a 2-point conversion now will send us to overtime.
Oh, there's no doubt that this crowd has absolutely been rocked by what they just saw. But guess what? There's still 2-point conversion to deal with. Still a little drama left.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Everyone's got 4 down.
One final shot for Haskins. And it is caught. They got it. So a touchdown and the 2-point conversion with no time remaining. And we're off to overtime. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In a regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. O'Shane Ximines picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins. This to McLaurin out on the left side. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Not today, you are. Not today. Go.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so. The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 45. 45. Mike, 45. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Yeah. Switch. He's checking. Crash. Hey, switch gears.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Lorenzo Carter, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now it's Haskins. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but now it's 3rd down.
You got to remember, because now that we're in overtime, mistakes get magnified. So you got to walk that line between being aggressive and being careful, because that was a dangerous throw right there. You obviously could not have an interception in this spot.
And nearly was an interception. He's lucky to get that one back. Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is 3rd and a mile right now.
52's the mark, boys. 52. Hey, 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 hey. Kill, kill.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
From midfield now, Haskins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Haskins will throw. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light is still on for him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Haskins on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
No, check that. They're running it.
Here's Haskins. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Alec Ogletree in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here's Tressway now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. Now a first throw here in overtime. Got a man, it's Barrios, complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now Jones. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here.
Hey, lock it. Shoot.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
7, 5.
Here's Jones. Off play action. Catch made by Slayton. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
General West.
They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Hey, orbit.
Here I come. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Tackles.
Now.
Throwing Jones. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught. It's a touchdown in overtime. And they are marching on to the playoffs. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.